Om Yajnanandimrandasya Jnananjanasragya Chakshurmridam Jnana Rasmi Sri Gurave Namaha. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to our ISKCON official YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss chapter 14 of Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya. Here the subject matter is as follows. Dressing himself as a Vaishnava, Maharaj Pratapadra entered the garden of Balagandi alone and began reciting verses from Srimad Bhagavatam. He then took the opportunity to message the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The Lord, in his ecstatic love of Krishna, immediately embraced the king and thus bestowed mercy upon him. When there was an offering of prasadam in the garden, Lord Chaitanya also partook of it. After this, when Lord Jagannath's Rathagar stopped moving, King Pratapadra called for many elephants to pull it, but they were unsuccessful. Seeing this, Lord Chaitanya began to push the car from behind with his head, and the car began moving. Then the devotees began pulling the car with the ropes. Near the Gundicha temple is a place known as Aitota. This place was fixed up for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to rest in. When Lord Jagannath was seated at Sundarachala, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw it as Vrindavan. He performed sporting pastimes in the water of the lake known as Indradivna for 9 continuous days during Rath Yatra. The Lord remained, and the king began to recite verses about the Rasa Lila from Srimad Bhagavatam. He recited the chapter beginning with the words Jayati Dedikam at Sundarachala, and on the 5th day he and Swarup Damodara observed the position of her pastimes of Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune. During that time there was much talk about the pastimes of the gopis. The Ratha was again being drawn and the chanting resumed. 2 devotees from Kurinagrama, Ramananda Basu and Satyaraj Khan, were requested to bring silk robes every year for the Rath Yatra ceremony. So, this is the summary of this 14th chapter, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya. And I'm going to discuss a little bit details about the verses, etc. So verse 8 says, Rasa Lila Shloka Padi Karina Stavana Jayati Dedikam Adhyaya Karina Patana. The king began to recite verses about the Rasa Lila from Srimad Bhagavatam. He recited the chapter beginning with the word Jayati Dedikam. So while Mahaprabhu was taking rest in Balagandi, the king in a Vaishnava dress went there, messaged the Lord's feet, and chanted this Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, 31st chapter, Jayati Tedikam Janmanam Raja. You can also refer to our Bhagavatam series in this context. So, तबे महाप्रभु तारे ऐश्वर्य दिखाइला कारण कहिब ऐ निषेध करिला. So when Mahaprabhu heard the 9th verse of Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, 31st chapter, that is Tava Kathamratam Tapta Jivanam Kavi Viriditam Karma Sapam, like that. So Mahaprabhu embraced him and he said, Bhurida, Bhurida, you are most magnanimous in this way, Mahaprabhu told. And then at the time Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu displayed some of his divine opulences to the king, and he forbade him to disclose this to anyone. Verse 143. Mane kyo hai dhira, kyo tadhira, ei tina bhede, kyo hai dhira dhira. There are 3 types of women experiencing jealous anger: sober women, restless women, and women both restless and sober. Dhira, adhira, and dhira dhira. So 149. Mugdha, madhya, pragarbha, tina, naikar, vede, mugdha nahi jane, manira vaidagdha vibhedo. Heroines may also be classified as captivated, intermediate, and imprudent. The captivated heroine doesn't know very much about the cunning intricacies of jealous anger. So verse 157. Gopikar prema nahi rasabhas dosa ateva krishnara kare parama santosa. There is no flaw or adulteration in the love of the gopis, therefore they give Krishna the highest pleasure. 178. Dadi khanda grita madhu maricha karpura ilache milane jaiche rasa madhura. Indeed, they are compared to a combination of yogurt, candy, ghee, honey, black pepper, camphor, and cardamom, which when mixed together are very tasty and sweet. So verse 215. Narda prakriti shivasa kare parihasa sunihase mahaprabhura hata jata nijato dasa. Srivas Thakur, who was enjoying the mode of Narad Muni, thus made jokes. Hearing him, all the personal servants of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began to smile. So this is a reference to the fifth day, that is Hera Panchami, that is called Hera Panchami. There is a tradition in Jagannath Puri that Lakshmi Devi, being angry, will come and with angry, and he will try to destroy that cat, that Ratha. A little destruction she will do, and go back. So that Jagannath will be reminded to go back to the temple. It is said in Chaitanya Charitamrita that Jagannath Mahaprabhu took permission from Lakshmi Devi and to come outside. And during those 15 days of Anavasara, Mahaprabhu had his intimate or confidential pastimes with Lakshmi Devi. So verse 251 says, Ei patta dorita hai sesa adhisthana दास मूर्ति हया जहाँ सेवे भगवान. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu informed Ramananda Basu and Satyaraj Khan that this rope was the abode of Lord Sesa, who expands himself into 10 forms and serves the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Mahaprabhu ordered those two persons, associates, Ramananda Basu and Satyaraj Khan, to bring every year this rope being used by Rath Yatra for putting the cart. In this way, this chapter 14 was summarily discussed. So thank you very much for listening to this lecture, and please don't forget to subscribe, share and like our channel and get the blessings of the Lord. Hare Krishna.